0 to $10 million law firm in under 12 months. So today I'll be sharing with you three things, how I've been able to quickly grow my fastest growing law firm to multiple 8 figures in the last 2.5 years from scratch. My 3 foundational secret sauces on how I was able to scale in a very short amount of time. This is literally a gist of how I was able to do that. But more importantly, how you can also apply the same secret sauces for your own law firm to be able to grow to 7 and 8 figures. This particular law firm that I'm talking about, my own law firm that I turned to multiple 8 figures, it was not my first law firm. It was probably my 4th law firm that I was able to do it. But ever since I created my first law firm and I generated $1 million and I was able to earn this award, I basically figured out the recipes that it takes to be able to replicate this over and over and over. And now I have 7 law firms and I'll be talking about that. But there is always like a foundational things that I'll be those cornerstone, keystone kind of things that are very important that also you can apply to for your law firm. And literally that's what this training is about. Those foundational secret sauces that will take your law firm to the next level. Also, I'm not sure if you heard, I recently wrote a book called Virtual Law Firm Secrets. Grab it if you haven't already. It's on Amazon. And yeah, a lot of good feedback already, a lot of good reviews, a lot of amazing things that I'm hearing back. If you haven't grabbed it yet, appreciate it, Marty. Go on Amazon and grab it. It's $9.95. It's everybody should be able to get it. It will give you a lot of ways to be able to automate things, a lot of innovative ways that really hasn't been shared anywhere. I promise, not anywhere in the world. Just grab it and read it. Also, I've been working hardcore on our YouTube channel. Where I'm posting 1 video a day for the past, I think, 6 to 8 months. I've got over 300 videos. 1 video a day being posted, lots of value, lots of daily tips, lots of best practices. If you haven't subscribed yet, right now, click on the link in the chat. Make sure you're subscribed because I have a goal and I know I'm going to have the #1 YouTube channel for lawyers. I've been saying it for the past year and I'm going to continue working towards it. So make sure to subscribe to follow along on the journey. Again, the link is in the chat. Make sure to grab, again, the book if you haven't already and subscribe. All right, so let's do it. Before we start, let's break some lawyer limiting beliefs. If you guys know me personally, you guys know I'm all about this, breaking limiting the lawyer beliefs. A couple of case studies I'll be sharing with you. This particular one that I'm sharing with you is as fresh as it gets. I basically did a personal injury track, basically helping personal injury lawyers generate clients. And I finally, for the first time, I could share the results. Okay, this is all within like 4 to 6 weeks. 11 signups, 11 car accident signups within 4 to 6 weeks. 6 good cases, particularly good cases. 6 clients and 40 personal injury clients within 6 weeks. This is my most recent case study. Plus, we have many more. B. Ivory, 15 personal injury clients within 4 weeks. By the way, you could see all of these testimonials and case studies. We've been systematically going and collecting these case studies and posting on our YouTube channel. If you don't believe it, you could go on our YouTube channel and catch these. Jamal Kersey used Legal Funnel to double his law firm revenue within 12 months. What else? Brandon Leopoldis used Legal Funnel to go from 10K a month. He was literally stuck at 10K a month for the first, I believe, 10 years of his law firm. And the last 2 years, he's been able to grow to 50K per month consistently, which is beyond his imagination. Julio, who is a very successful immigration lawyer, joined our program about 1.5 years ago. He understood the foundation of traffic and funnels, and he's been able to grow his TikTok followers and connect funnels into it. And he's been able to grow that to a very consistent source of clients for his immigration law firm. Chad, a lot of you guys might know Chad. He's doing $1 million every 12 months, ever since joining. But the best part is he's vacationing almost every single month. Stephen A. Smith went 11 years as a solo law firm owner to now a team of 9, and he's doubled his revenue to $1 million in 1 year. And there's, again, a lot more case studies, and we're systematically going back and capturing those, and I'll be posting more of those. The one got posted today with Colin Newman. Many more of these things happening. But I'm here to share with you that this transformation takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes work. And basically, that's what our program helps. So, but we'll talk about that. And these are just some of the limiting beliefs that we've been able to break in the last 3 years. And you know, I'm here to also break your limiting beliefs and help you get you to the next level. So again, if you haven't grabbed your blueprint yet, again, I'll put it in the chat to make sure you have it. And make sure to fill it out as we go along. All right, so let me quickly share with you my story. I became a lawyer 7 years ago. This is what I looked like when I just started out. I quit my law firm. I quit my job working in an employment law firm that I worked at for about 6 months doing pre-lit work. And I went solo, and I literally had no team, and I had to figure everything out myself. I had no mentor, I had no guidance. I literally had to figure everything out myself. And I had no idea how to get clients. But as you guys know me, my turning point came when I read the 4-Hour Workweek book. A couple of you guys may already know these principles, but I'm about to add a fourth one that I've been tapping into recently. But let's go through it because, again, it's very important. The first principle, again, is virtual. That means you're not tied to any physical time or location. Second, the idea is for the business to be completely automated, so it's running on its own. All the 7 law firms that I run are completely automated. And third, it's scalable. By the way, on your worksheet, that's the first part of your worksheet. Number 1, virtual. Number 2, automated. Number 3, scalable. Scalable just means that it's able to grow exponentially without you necessarily doing more work. And the fourth one, the fourth principle that I want everybody to get exposed to is leverage. Leverage. I've mentioned this before, but it's something that I think all of us need to really understand and tap into. Okay. There's 4 types of leverage. There's 4 types of leverage. The first form of leverage is labor, people working for you. Okay. That is one form of leverage where you're able to duplicate yourself out and get work done without you necessarily doing it. However, with labor, it's the weakest form of leverage because it has a dependency on someone else needing to do the work. It takes also, there's more management, and it's not, you don't have as much control as you have with other things. So that's the first form. The second form of leverage is media. Media just means content. These are YouTube videos, blog articles, podcasts, anything that you create once that could also be watched and viewed and read many times over. Okay. The third form of leverage is technology. These are like tools, automations, things that you're able to, again, do one thing that is able to multiply the output. You send one text to reach hundreds of people. You make, you know, you learn how to set up automations with Zapier so that when you set it up, it's able to do the same thing over and over. And the fourth type of leverage is capital, just money, using money to be able to help you make more money. And that's basically leads to, you know, spending money in marketing, spending money in other ways. And these are, again, the top 4 ways to be able to use leverage. And when I got exposed to these ideas, I basically made a rule to myself that everything I'm going to do for my law firm has to abide by these 4 rules. It has to be virtual. It has to run on its own. It has to be automated. It has to be able to grow without me necessarily doing more work. And then also recently in the past year or two, really tapping into this thing called leverage. Again, those 4 types, using labor, using content and media, using a lot of technology, and also using capital to be able to grow exponentially. And fast forward to today, applying those 4 concepts. Again, I own and run 7 law firms, and I've grown 3 of them into multiple 7 figures, and now one of those, and one of them into 8 figures. And that's in the practices of business law, tax IDs, lemon law, employment law, class action, and workers' comp. I've also been able to generate over 19,000 clients online. I've also been able to gather one of the highest rated lawyers online for one of my law firms, 3,436 Google reviews. Also, at this point, I generate 18,000 to 22 legal leads a month, which is a crazy amount of a number of leads that I'm generating. Also, we have 460 lawyers who have joined our program, and 140 lawyers who have that provided us case studies and video testimonials. And everything that I do is based on results. Everything that I share is based on things that I'm currently doing myself or have done. and I just pass that on. Okay. It's not like you got to do this. No, it's things that I know that's working right now for me that I apply first. And if it works, then that's what I share. I've also been able to receive this cool little award called the 2 Comma Club Award for basically journeying $1 million online for my first law firm. Then once I figured out the formula, I was able to replicate it for my second law firm. Then I was able to replicate it for Legal Funnel. Then also this year, I was able to replicate it for my third law firm, for my fourth 2 Comma Club Award. The reason why I share this is everything that I do is very repeatable, rinse and repeatable. And I basically figured out what works and be able to do it over and over. Also be able to gather a lot of Google reviews. And the best part is I'm able to do this in my shorts. I run my law firm from right here, which is basically my home office room. I'm still in my shorts right now. And that's the best part. I get control, I have freedom to do what I want when I want, and you'll still be able to and apply those 4 major principles. Okay. So again, you just make sure on your worksheet, you have those 4 written down: virtual, automated, scalable, and leverage. Those are the 4 main golden principles that we need to tap into the next 5 to 10 years, because that's what's going to take your law firm to the next level. Also been able to gather a lot of case studies and testimonials, blah, 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 blah. And this is what usually our program looks like. And also be able to meet our Legal Funnel members in person. But the reason why I share this is systematizing and scaling my law firms has changed my entire life. And I wanted to change yours too. So when we start a law firm, we expect things to be easy breezy. But the reality is running a law firm is not as easy as it seems. You know, who feels that way? Do you guys feel this way? Does it seem easy, or does it feel like a lot of things to do? Right? Share that with me. Who feels this way? It seems kind of pretty tough. Right? The truth is, it's never been easier to start a law firm and never been harder to grow one. It's crazy, stupidly easy to be able to just launch a law firm. Anybody can launch a law firm. But growing one is a whole different game. Okay? The best way to kind of explain this development, this transformation you need to take to be able to get to 7 figures is you need to understand these 3 stages. So every law firm goes through 3 stages. The first stage is the acquire stage. That's the stage where you need more clients. Okay? That's this one. We're going to tap into each of these shortly. But that's the stage where you feel like basically you need more business, you need more clients. The second stage is you have clients, but you're overwhelmed and you're doing everything yourself. Okay, you got things going, but you're very busy. Or the third stage is you're at the scale stage, which is where you're looking to scale your law firm. Things are going, but you're looking to take it to the next level and be able to grow to the next level. Okay. And the question is, and the important question is, and I want everybody to answer this: which stage are you currently at? Are you in the acquire stage? Are you looking to get more clients? Are you in an automate stage? Or are you at the scale stage? Take a moment to think about it, put it in the chat, and I see those coming in. Great. There we go. Candice, Lauren, acquire, Armin, acquire, Sabra, automate, Candice, automate. Bunch of Sam Mollai's, but yeah, again, if your name is still Sam Mollaei, please change that. Jerry, acquire, Michelle, automate, scale, acquire, scale. So a mix. I see the mix is coming in. There we go. Okay, good. So go ahead and write that down again on your worksheet. I want everybody to be cognizant of what stage they're at. So because if you know where you're at, then I'll share with you exactly what you need. Literally today is the short gist. Depending on what stage you're at, I'll tell you exactly what you need. So go ahead, put that down. 3 stages of a law firm: acquire, automate, and scale. Go ahead and write that on your worksheet right now. And also, I want you to write down the stage I'm currently at is which one? Acquire, automate, and scale. Go ahead and write that down and circle it. Circle it. Because I want you to be cognizant with where you are. And the whole point of this training is I'm summarizing 7 years and be able to grow 7 law firms very quickly, and also be able to not only work with my mentor, who's also dealing with, working with 300 and 400 law firms himself, but also through Legal Funnel, we're also exposed to literally thousands of law firm owners who come and apply to our program, hundreds that have joined our program. I mean, we have so much data on exactly what works, what doesn't. And again, I'm sharing with you exactly the short gist of, depending on which stage you're at, I will tell you exactly, I'm going to cut through the noise and tell you exactly what you need to get to the next stage. Yes, here's the link to the worksheet again. All right, so make sure you have that written down. All right, so let's go to it. Stage 1, if you're in the acquire stage, we'll be going through each of these. And again, giving you the short gist of what you need. So again, stage 1, your acquire stage. What's the problem? The problem is client acquisition. I'm going to share with you the symptoms. If you feel like you associate with these things, or you feel these feelings, then you might be in a client acquisition. So if you're in the client acquisition stage, you do a little bit of a lot of things. And if you feel like this is you and resonates with you, just put it in the chat and say that's me. Or 2, you feel like you're not getting enough qualified leads, just not enough. You're getting some, but just not enough. There we go, Steve. Or if you are getting leads, you have trouble signing up the leads that you do get. Not getting leads, yeah. Or you're making income, but your revenue barely exceeds your expenses. I know what that's like, because 1 or 2 of my law firms are in that stage. They haven't been able to get, be able to grow the revenue beyond the expenses as much. Or you feel anxious about the inconsistency in your monthly revenue. Okay. You don't have a consistency in your monthly revenue. Maybe you may have some good months, and the next month, not as good. And then you're like, it's the 14th of the month. Wait a minute, I'm way behind in my revenue. You have this uneasy feeling. It just feels uneasy. Like, always don't feel secure. So if that's you, again, we're all here together. Don't feel bad. There's no shame in anything at all. I've been in this stage. I am in this stage in a couple of my law firms. It's all good. So share it with us. Again, if you're in this stage, share that within the chat. All right. So I'm going to cut through the noise and just literally give you the gist. The solution, if you're in stage 1 and your problem is client acquisition, this leads to secret number 1, is that paid ads is the best, most predictable, and most consistent way to get clients for your law firm. Paid ads. I'm cutting through a lot of noise. Literally, you can skip reading hundreds of blog articles. You could skip through watching YouTube videos all day long. You could skip through all that noise and you don't have to listen to anybody. I'm here to tell you with very affirmatively, paid ads is by far the best, most predictable, and most consistent way to get clients for your law firm. First of all, what is paid ads? Paid ads are the ads you see on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, on YouTube, TikTok, and anywhere else where you spend most of your time on your phone. Okay? Evaluate your own usage on your phone. Where do you spend most of your time? It's most likely Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, TikTok. Well, guess what? Your prospects and your potential clients are also in the same places as you are, where you're spending most of the time. And in order for you to be in front of them and get them as clients, you need to be where they are. And again, most clients online these days, if you're looking to generate clients, it's coming from paid ads. Paid ads. So let's talk about, first of all, Facebook ads. Facebook ads, 81% of adults in the US still use Facebook. Don't listen to all this FUD. 4 out of 5 adults are still on Facebook. And this is very recent data, by the way. Google ads, 63% of people click on Google ads to find anything that they're searching for, to buy, and to also hire for. 63 people, almost 2/3 of people that are looking to buy or make a decision to buy hiring are doing it on Google. YouTube ads. This is so untapped, and no one's really talking about this, and no one's even utilizing it. I am, and our Legal Funnel members are. 2.5 billion monthly active users. Let me say it again. 2.5 billion, almost one third of the world, one third or one fourth of the world is spending on average 24 hours a month on YouTube. This is crazy. This is a crazy stat. Okay. Also, TikTok, it's the most downloaded app in the world and rapidly growing. And your mom and your grandma will eventually be on TikTok too. Okay. This is where most of your potential clients are. Paid ads, either in Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, or TikTok ads. And another epiphany, as I'll share with you. I don't get my clients from SEO. I don't get my clients from referrals. I don't get my clients from networking. I don't get my clients from Martindale. I don't get them from Avvo. I don't get them from Yelp. And I don't get them from lead gen companies. Okay. At this point, I generate 700 clients a month. And more than 95% of them, I'll share with you in a second, come from paid ads. They don't come from SEO. They don't come from referrals. They come from networking, Martindale, lead gen companies, Yelp. They come from paid ads. So 95% of my law firm clients come from paid ads simply because paid ads work. And very importantly, they predictably and consistently generate clients. Day in and day out, leads are coming in across all my law firms because of paid ads. Okay? Does everybody is clear on this? You don't need to figure anything out. And again, if you're generating clients from these sources, just know it's not just about generating one or two. We're looking to predictably and consistently generate clients, something that we could rely on that gives us consistency and gives us, it cuts out the anxiousness that we have. Are we going to get enough? If you're depending on these sources that you see on the screen, it's not sustainable. These will eventually be drawn, either the cost will either go up or it's not enough, or the consistency is just not there. You need to be able to tap into paid ads. So in summary, if you want more predictable and consistent flow of clients, you need to do paid ads to get clients for your law firm. Okay, so go ahead and put that on your worksheet. Secret number one is paid ads. Literally cutting through so much noise to tell with you the number one source of getting clients is paid ads. Again, one of those 4 resources, Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, or TikTok ads are the top ones right now for paid ads. If you're in the acquire stage, that is your key to getting more clients. Good so far? Give me a yes in the chat if it's been good so far. Again, cutting through a lot of noise. Share that with you. Good, Lauren. Okay. Again, most people wouldn't sit there and share their back end and be like, hey, 95% of my clients is coming from this source. I'm here to tell you, I do a lot of SEO work. No, one of my law firms, I did do SEO, and that one still doesn't do nearly as well as doing paid ads. So all of these, all across all the law firms, the number one source by far is paid ads. Somebody asked about hiring them, things like that. That's a good question. We could tap into that later. I took one of my lead sheets and I took a screenshot of it. This is just in a recent, I took the screenshot 2 days ago. Every single one of these, again, 95% of my clients is coming from paid ads, including all these that you're seeing on the screen. And so much so that, again, I'm able to understand what works for these platforms. And each platform has its own language. It's its own secret recipe, how to make it successful. At this point, I forgot the number. I think I spent over $5 or $6 million in ads. And that's basically one of the things that I share with our legal funnel members of how to be able to do that correctly without losing money or time. And this day, I could share with you another number that's crazy for me to even share. I spent over $350,000 a month on paid ads to be able to generate 700 clients a month. So that's how much I believe in it. That's how I know how much it works. And that's how I know, it really does work. And again, it's not just for me. Also, we share this with our legal fund members. We show them how to make it work. And also our legal fund members also tap into the paid ads. All right, let's move over to stage 2, automate. So just to recap, if you're in the automate stage, you feel overwhelmed and you're doing everything yourself. But let's talk about the symptoms a little bit more. So the problem is you feel overwhelmed and you're doing everything yourself. What are the symptoms? So it feels like you're playing the CFO, the CMO, the CEO, the COO, and also being the lawyer. And again, if this applies to you, put yeah, that's me in the chat so that, we build the identity. We know what we are so that it will take us to the next level. Good. Also, another symptom is you're talking to prospects and clients or your clients yourself. Okay. If you're talking to prospects and clients yourself, you're probably in the automate stage. That's you. Let me know. Or you feel like you lack the teams to take tasks off your hands. There we go. James, Michelle, Ronnie, Almana, see you. Yes. Or you feel like you can do things better yourself. There's some trust issues there. There's some control, you want to control things, or maybe you feel like hey, nobody can handle this as well as me. Or you have some scars from history where you did try to, hiring before and it didn't leave good taste in your mouth. Or another symptom is you're always working, but you never truly feeling caught up. There's always more work to do. There's always more work to do. Carly says, yes, doing everything myself, schedule, reschedule, intake. Good, good. Anyone that shared with me, Joel, Ronnie, James, Carly, Michelle, good. I'm going to give you the solution. Ready for this? Solution leads to secret number 2, which is virtual assistants are the best way to automate and reduce your day-to-day workload. If you're in this automate stage, which again, if you have any of these symptoms, your number one thing you can do is by hiring virtual assistants, as direct as that. How do I know this? Because I have over 257 VAs that I've hired over the years. I took this screenshot about 2 or 3 months ago. It shows, where is it? Yeah, it says 80 active, but I think I have about 90, 95 right now. I have 95 VAs. And, I got exposed to VAs about 6 years ago. And there's a whole story to it and how I analyzed it and things like that. It basically came to the conclusion and came to the epiphany that I'll share with you today that VAs is one of the highest ROI things you can do. So everything that I share with you, again, everything is based on everything that I've done myself. Spent over 300K on VAs. Over the years, I hired over 257, over 90, 95 active VAs. Average, if you ever wanted to know the average hourly rate, that's there right there. And everything I share with you, again, is based on experience. However, let's break some limiting beliefs. So again, if you feel like you say these things, you feel these things, then this is, again, your sure things. And again, I want to really tap into this identity and that kind of feeling so we could do something about it. So if you feel like you have too many things to do, or I can't trust someone else to get this done. Again, I had every single one of these limiting beliefs myself. And I remember literally saying these things to my own mentor. Hey, I know I've been doing this for the last 3 years. How could I teach someone to set up LLCs in every state? And I remember saying the exact line. It's like, what are you talking about? And now, anyways, prospects and clients need to talk to me. I remember saying that. It's faster for me to just do it myself. I know they could do it, but I could just get it done right now. Or I can't afford to hire someone who feels that way. Or I've tried delegation. It just didn't work out before. So then maybe there's some scars, history. But I'm here to share with you. These are all limiting beliefs. Sorry, there's like a series just came in. Again, these are all limiting beliefs. Every single one of these. Every single one of these has to be eventually by time. It takes some time usually to break these limiting beliefs. And I guess Siri loves me. Hey, Siri, stop. Okay. Anyways, the truth is you can buy happiness. You can buy happiness by delegating tasks that stress you out or you don't like doing yourself. 2, virtual assistants. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because of this. There we go. Okay. The truth is you can buy happiness by delegating tasks that stress you out or you don't like doing yourself to virtual assistants. What are virtual assistants? VAs are freelancers who work around the world for every task you can possibly think of. Virtual assistants run the day-to-day operations for your law firm. And one of the main benefits of VAs is the talent pool. The talent pool across the world is significantly better than the people just within a 10 to 15-mile radius around you. So if you can, and you can find a lot more qualified people to run the day-to-day for you. And I know also in the past 2 or 3 years, it's been very tough to be able to hire people for many reasons. And that's actually I talk about in the book. If you can tap into virtual assistants is the best supplement, best way that you can have to be able to run the day-to-day of your law firm. And I'm here to share with you that hiring virtual assistants is simply the highest ROI decision you can make for your law firm. Again, VAs, I'll be direct with you, is by far the highest money you can spend for your law firm. The question that we always get is, what can virtual assistants do? Every single one of these that I'm about to share with you are tasks that my own VAs do. And also over time, again, we've been able to expose these things to our members that they've been able to also be able to get their VAs to do the same thing. They could sign up clients for you. Our last training was about this. They could collect your documents on your behalf. They could act as client success managers. They proactively go and hit up your clients and give updates so your clients don't come in and keep emailing you and keep calling you for updates, and also keeps your clients much happier, and also makes it more likely for you to collect reviews at the end. They also collect outstanding payments. If you have somebody who has a lot of money outstanding, well, you need to get a dedicated, accounting manager to be able to go collect those payments for you. Be able to create PDFs, prepare forms for you, be able to handle incoming calls. We talked about this in our last training, how it's so important to have dedicated virtual assistants taking on your calls and not really depending on virtual receptionist services. I don't want to mention specific company names, but that's not really sustainable. It's much, much, much better to have dedicated virtual assistants do that for you. But that's a whole other conversation. They can also follow up on leads for you, because I know you don't have time. They could run your payroll for you. They could prepare your QuickBooks for you. They could post to social media. They could research for you. They could send appreciation gifts to clients. If you guys aren't doing this, that's a big one. They could send in your invoices for you. They could update your clients. They could manage your calendar. They could schedule for you. And honestly, anything and everything else under the sun. I even have 2 law firms that are being run by VAs. Literally, they're the managers, they're the directors of the law firm. They're running the show. They could do everything you possibly think about. And the more that I, utilize VAs, the more my mind is blown about how much they can do and how much they can handle. So much better than even in-house people. And again, to cut through the noise, hiring virtual assistants is simply the best decision you can make to reduce your day-to-day workload for your law firm. All right. So again, if you're in that automate stage and you said that was me in the chat and you feel like you have those symptoms, what you need is virtual assistants. Nothing will give you the better alleviation to that pain than virtual assistants. It's game changing. Okay. So go ahead, put that on your chat. And again, if that's you, circle it, because that's what you need. This is pretty important for you. I'm just trying to focus you on the one thing that's going to move the needle the most for you. Nice. Jay says just hired a dedicated intake person as the last Zoom. Amazing. Good stuff. I love my implementers, including Jay. I love it. Good stuff, Jay. Thank you for sharing that with me. Hire my another legal funnel member. Amazing, Marty. Amazing. Good. Love it. I love hearing from our legal funnel members and sharing with us your wins and your progressions and your implementations. All right, so let's go to the third stage. Scale, where you got things going on, but you want to scale your law firm to the next level. That usually is, where you're trying to get beyond 100K a month. Okay, scale. Stage 3, scale. The problem is you're staying stagnant and not growing. You're essentially at the same stage as you were at before in the last 6 months or the last 12 months. You've been pretty much stuck at the same stage. You're also missing organization and structure. Okay, things are just you're kind of winging it, a little bit here. There's no organization to it. Also, you don't have defined roles in your team. Your people are just doing whatever that they have, or maybe their roles has been made over time. Hey, can you just take care of this too? Or you have that one person you just dump everything to, and this poor person is doing everything. Okay, that includes that. And that, again, if that's you, put in the chat, that's me. Or it feels like you have lots of moving parts to manage. You have lots of moving parts. There's a lot going on. Not only you have a lot of people, you have clients, you have your systems that you gotta manage. You got vendors, you got opposing counsels. There's a lot of moving parts. You're going crazy. And again, I know what that's like because I've been in this, been in these stages. And it also feels like you're constantly putting out fires. You're literally going around helping this person. What's going on here? Bitter client here. Employee issues. It feels like you're putting out fires. Yes. Yeah. There's some questions about recordings, things like that. Yes, there will be recordings, but again, most of the value comes from you being here. And again, I see 191 lawyers here, which is amazing to see. There's something about coming together and being behind a screen and be able to do this together. There's something about the live aspect. It's like watching a live concert versus, watching a recording of a concert. Being there is much different. So if you are here, again, follow along and try to get through to the end. So if, again, you have any of these symptoms or you feel like you're staying stagnant and not growing, the solution is, which leads to secret number 3, is it takes an SOP. SOP, we'll talk about what that is, to scale to a 7-figure law firm. So go ahead and write that down in your worksheet on the bottom. SOP. SOP. Who knows what that is? By the way, you will need to send it to your own Zoom account in order to change the name from Sam to yours. There we go. Thank you for letting me know. There we go. Standard operating procedure. There we go. Seems like a couple of you guys have joined our past trainings, masterclasses before. Great. Good job. Yep. SOP. So again, cutting through the noise. SOP is the best way to systematize your law firm. Standard operating procedure, as you guys can see in the chat, is a step-by-step instructions for your team to carry out the day-to-day operations of your law firm. And the whole point is, so you could transition from law firm operator running the day-to-day to a law firm owner. And also I have a visualization of this actually that I recently just literally finished making this morning that I'll be sharing with you. It's really cool for the first time to be able to see the big picture. If you're a successful law firm owner, this is the best way to visualize your law firm. I'll share that with you in a second, so make sure to stick around for that. And it makes it very clear for everyone on your team exactly what is expected of them. I've talked about this in our past videos. The number one performance factor in your team is that your team has to know exactly what is expected of them. If you feel like your employees are not performing as well as they should, it's probably because they don't know exactly what they should do. Also, SOP saves you time by removing yourself from the onboarding and training process. I don't train anybody these days. I put people through my SOP. That means they usually have like about 2 or 3 days to just go through my SOP and get trained. And then after that, I put them under a VA, but we'll talk about that. And also helps you work smarter and get a ton of work off your plate so you can focus on the big picture. There's a lot of benefits of having this SOP. And I know a lot of people consciously understand and know that they need an SOP, but until you create it, you will not be able to scale to beyond where you would need to be. Simply, SOP equals freedom. SOP equals freedom. SOP is one of the main secret recipes of how I'm able to run 7 different law firm operations at the same time. A lot of times when I share, I run 7 law firms, people are like, usually skeptical. This is the reason how I'm able to do it. I have clear instructions that I create upfront. Hey, Mrs. Intaker, this is how you take on our calls. Hey, after the client is signed up, document collector, this is how you collect our documents. This is the email that you send out. This is the text that you sent out. Hey, now that you collected documents, this is how you get our intake information collected. Hey, legal clerk, this is how you prepare the discovery and everything else. Everything is written down. in a clear SOP so that everybody in the law firm knows exactly what to do. It's created once upfront, but also added over time. It's the constant refinement, constant addition to this SOP. It's kind of like a manual instructions for how your law firm should be run for you. There's protocols for everything, literally everything. There's only one document for that. That's to be done for my 7 law firms. So everyone knows exactly what is expected of them so that the law firm runs like a real old machine. Yeah, Michelle says Sam's blueprint is great. I'm working on the Loom videos now. They just take time to create because I'm a perfectionist. Sam, my business coach, lectured me on this. Yeah, done is better than perfect. Exactly. There's ways to be able to create this SOP. And then one of my trainings, I shared with you how to create this SOP with Loom, all that stuff. But to recap, again, if you're in that scale stage, what you need to go to the next level is to create an SOP so that you have clear instructions for your team people to perform exactly what they need to do, which helps you clear your plate. And that helps you get to the next level because you could focus on the bigger picture. Okay. So to recap, if you've been struggling with getting clients, you need to tap into paid ads because it's the most predictable and most consistent way to get clients for your law firm. Also, if you're in the automate stage and you feel overwhelmed and you're doing a lot of work, you need virtual assistants. It's the best way to automate and reduce your busy workload. Or if you're in that scale stage and you want to take it to the next level, it takes an SOP to scale to 7- and 8-figure law firm. All right. So you have 2 choices. Again, I'm sharing with you literally my secret sauces for each stage. This is literally what the biggest lever that literally the biggest leverage that you can take to be able to get through those stages, to be able to get to 7 and 8 figures. Now you have two choices. Take the information and implement it. Or you could join us to get the entire law firm system implemented and customized for your law firm. This is not information, it's implementation. And if anybody that knows me knows I'm all about implementation. I don't care about learning. You're not here. Nobody's here to learn. I don't want anybody to learn. I want everybody to implement. It's much better to implement one thing than try to learn 5 things. Okay. So the whole program is about implementation. Also, I'm even giving you access to our support and tech team that I've been able to build in the last 3 years to help get these things set up for you. Guess what? I tap into virtual assistants and in-house people to be able to manage this, to also help you implement these things. And we're currently enrolling 50 growth-minded lawyers. The most important word right there is growth-minded lawyers. And we're capping it to 50 lawyers. And at this point, we don't want any lawyer. We really don't, honestly, because we have conversations about different personalities. At this point, we can't help everybody, but the people that we can help are usually growth-oriented lawyers. And we're only looking to work with growth-oriented lawyers. So if you consider yourself a growth-oriented lawyer who cares about consistently and predictably growing, then this program is for you. Whereas growth-oriented lawyer means it's somebody who's if you're somebody who's looking to better yourself, constantly learning, watching YouTube videos, you're taking little nuggets from wherever you can. Well, if you want a good structured way to be able to follow a regimen, to actually be able to grow consistently and predictably the next 12 months, and basically that's what the program is for. Also, for those that are here, and I see 183 of you guys that are still here, I love it. Based on a first come, first serve basis, we're offering a 20 people, fast action takers for the first 20 people who join us before Friday, December 16th. So before December 16th, you qualify for a generous New Year, New You scholarship to be applied towards tuition. And also, not only for those 20, you qualify for a scholarship, but also I'm going to create a special session outside of our program to help you create your dream team, which is one of the highest value things you can do. Okay. Again, the program is called Law Firm Mastery, and it will be updated for 2023. There'll be a lot. There already has been a lot of updates, but I'm also going to be tapping a lot more, especially in January and February, to update things and be able to even make it more refined than what it is in right now. So if you want to secure your New Year, New You 2023 scholarship, all you have to do is go to legalfunnel.com and try to take advantage of, again, the scholarships that we're offering until December 16th. Something new. Something new. A lot of people we got this feedback from lawyers who kind of wanted the big picture of what the program is about and what we help you with. Well, for the first time, I'm here to share this with you. And I'll put the link in the chat for this. So here it is, and I'll be, yeah, what is this breaking? Yeah. All right, so let me share this link. Let me share this with you. For anybody who wants to know kind of what our program is, here it is. So it's 5 components. And I see you guys playing around right here. All right, the first thing that we help you with is the traffic part. Traffic is essentially where your potential clients are coming from. Again, we talked about the importance of having at least one paid ad source that you can tap into to consistently and predictably get clients. For some of you, that may be Google ads, that might be either Facebook ads or YouTube ads. Right now, these are by far the top 3 sources to get clients for your law firm. I tapped into all 3 of these, and I consistently spend, 6 figures a month on each of these. That's basically what I will help you basically set up. Also, we also help you tap into one organic source. One organic source. For those that know the true value of YouTube, is that I could do a whole training just about YouTube and how important it is and how it's a rental property of our generation. But a lot of people, have yet to understand this concepts. I could also help you with this to grow your own YouTube channel. It's something that I've done for my first law firm, for Mollaei Law, that I've been able to grow to 11,000 subscribers. 75% of our clients for that law firm is coming from YouTube. So I know firsthand that it works. And now I'm working hardcore to create it for Legal Funnel. So if anybody wants to join on the journey to be able to create your rental properties, that's something we tap into. And we also, super, super important, if you want to have a good, sustainable, long-term law firm, you need to build your email list. This is your equity. This is how you're able to nurture your leads over time to turn them into clients. So that is basically the traffic or the client engine of the law firm. The second part is the funnel. The funnel could either be in a form of website pages that you're seeing right here, like this, or sometimes over time in the past year or two, a lot of these funnels has just been incorporated into the traffic sources itself, which it takes some explanation to kind of explain what that is. But again, either the funnel on the website pages or it's incorporated into the traffic sources itself. But everybody needs some form of somewhere to be able to bring leads to. Okay, super important. There's also fundamental stuff about funnels that everybody has to understand, because that's where client generation is. You have to understand these principles behind it. And sometimes, again, these things change and you have to understand what's working right now. And that's basically what we share. Also, the third part, which is crucial, is automation. Your potential clients don't sign up with you right away. Usually a typical conversion rate is 2 to 3%. That means out of 100 people that are looking to hire you, only 2 or 3 people will end up hiring you. In order for you to get even those 2 or 3%, you need to be able to send automated texts, emails, and calls to be able to re-engage with them, increase those touch points to get them on the phone. And that's what we tap into also, sending emails with Active Campaign, also sending texts, and also setting up calls with Open Phone or any phone service. It doesn't really matter which one it is. This could literally be anything. Right now, the one that I really like is Open Phone. But basically, making sure that your prospects get texts and emails as soon as they become a lead. The fourth thing that we tap into is helping you build your dream team. This is usually a hybrid of both virtual and your in-house people. Right now, the kind of like the structure that we have is the day-to-day is virtual, but the main roles, like the directors and managers, are usually in-house. And we help you, build that out. So we first help you figure out exactly what you need, what's the structure you need, who your dream team is, and then we help you hire those virtual people. And there's a system to the madness about how to find the best virtual assistants, how to onboard them, how to train them, how to manage them, how to incentivize them. We talked about a couple of those principles in our last training, but there's a lot to it. I think if the program was just about this, then it would, have a lot of value just for that. But that's something that's crucial. In order for you to get to the next level, you need to build out this dream team. And also, we tap into math, your KPIs, because you're not able to grow until you know your numbers. I'm super anal about my numbers. I literally have Google Sheets on our lead sheets, our KPIs. I have one analysis Google sheet that we have like literally 100 tabs of just pure data. Everything runs on data. Exactly, I know for each traffic source, what's the cost? How many leads are we getting? What's my cost per lead? How many qualified leads are we getting? What's our cost per qualified lead? How many clients are we getting? What's our cost per acquisition? What's our ROI? And that's how we're able to scale. So I help you get a clear understanding of what your math is, so that you're able to, again, very predictably be able to grow. And a lot of times lawyers are kind of left in the dark. I have no idea how the law firm is doing. So I help you create that. So the big picture is this. It's the roadmap. This takes time to build out. Okay. The program is 12 months. We don't expect anybody to come in all of a sudden they're able to just blow it out of the water. No, it takes time. It takes effort. But it's a regimen. It's the perfect regimen that you need to, again, to be able to predictably and consistently grow your law firm and take to the next level. I share everything that's working for my own 7 law firms. And because I have to have those 7 law firms, I was able to get a lot of experience really fast. I'm a huge implementer, so I implement things right away, get the results. And I'm also like an open book. Once you join my program, I don't hide anything back. I have some secret sauces or things that are working exceptionally well for each of these traffic sources that I share with you. I share my funnels with you. I give you the templates of the automations for you. I help you share with you exactly how to hire your dream team. My secret sauce is about how I've been able to hire, almost 300 VAs, how to also hire employees as well. I created an SOP for that. Also, I give you a bunch of resources and things to be able to know your law firm math. Okay. So that's for the first time, again, is the first time that has been shared. I think our advisors will appreciate that, to be able to see that and be able to share that with us. Again, if you want a visual, that's basically what we help you with. But if you want this in writing, let me just share with you what law firm mastery is. It focuses exclusively on helping law firm owners systematize and scale their firm by working smart, by scaling fast, and by enjoying life. This is our overarching gist of what our program does. It helps you systematize your law firm, and it helps you scale to the next level so that you can be able to grow by, again, working smart, scaling quickly, and at the same time, enjoying life. I'm all about that. This is literally what we embody. This is what I embody. This is what our entire team embodies. And this is what we embody into the identity of every single person who joins our program. How do we do this? Well, we tap into automations, systems, funnels, and top paid ad client sources. As I shared with you, every paid ad source has its own language, has its own secret recipe that I'm able to, that I share based on exactly what's working right now, because I'm spending, I share with you over 350K a month on these things. So I'm able to share that experience with you. And the result is it allows you to get scheduled meetings and direct calls from your leads. And everybody in the program is aligned towards the same goals: to create systems, to increase profit, and to free up more time. Does this work for litigators? Yes, because I've been able to apply it. I teach it in principles and big overarching ideas and things and templates and things that are applied to any type of law. Okay, any type of law. And we've had the last 3 years, we've had almost 460 lawyers who have joined our program across every practice type you could possibly imagine. And this comes with my direct guidance and support team to help you implement, where the focus, again, is on implementation. I know everybody's so busy. I'm incredibly busy myself. And I know everybody else is too. We don't waste any time. We literally refine the program to be as most straightforward as possible, to give you exactly what you need to be able to implement quickly. And I have a huge emphasis on making sure that it's fun with good positive energy, with gratefulness, with collaboration, with masterminding together, with friendships. It's all a long-term way to be able to, again, grow consistently and predictably. Also comes with online community, resources, and accountability. A lot of lawyers know what they need to do, but they just need that extra push. Somebody to come and check in with them. Hey, well, what's their plan? What's the plan? Let's create that plan together and let's help you implement it. So up front, we do a one-on-one onboarding to map out the plan for you for the next 12 months. We also continue to check in with you. We also offer technical and support teams to hire for you, to set up automations for you, and to help you create and customize your funnel with you. We also help you get all the tools required to build, manage, and optimize all law firm systems. I'm sitting on a bunch of tools that I've been using for the last 7 years. Anybody who's been part of our program knows I'm all about tools and things. You guys can test to it. And again, it comes with accountability and check-ins from our support team to help you implement. Also, again, private access to our exclusive lawyer community, weekly Zoom Q&As to ask me questions live and collaborate with other lawyers, 24/7 support via the community or via email, chat, or calls from our support team. And we do quarterly social calls. We're about to have one, I believe, either next week or the following week, or I might just wait for you guys to join so that I'll be able to do one in early January. We'll be able to just hang out on Zoom, have some drinks, just be able to get to meet each other, schmooze, and network, and just have fun. And you get access to all the modules, recordings, templates, and a lot of resources. That's all shared with you inside this community. Easily, the total value of this is easily over 150K. Easily. This is literally chump change compared to everything that you'll be getting. And also, did I mention that this is an investment in yourself? This is literally investment in yourself, which is the highest ROI investment you can make, which is a higher ROI than real estate, stock, bonds. I'm a huge Bitcoin lover, but even more than Bitcoin, rental property, or anything else. Okay, so if you know real estate is typically on average historically it's about 15%, stocks about 10%, bonds is usually about 4 or 5%, Bitcoin is usually on average about 60%, rental property is about 20%. This by far will outseed all of those investments. And since we're almost at the end of the year, there's a huge beneficial tax write-off that lowers your 2022 taxes. Okay, write it off, write it off. You should not have any, just invest in yourself. That's by far the best thing you could do. But most importantly, we'll help you again, work smarter, scale faster, and enjoy life. All right. So if all this did was help you get the right systems launched, and again, more importantly, implement it for your law firm, would it be worth it? If it also allowed you to connect with a community, it's an online community, it's really cool. People become friends through it. Good things happen, collaborations, referral networks, things like that with the community of growth-minded 6- and 7-figure law firm owners to help you work smarter, not harder. Would it be worth it? If all this did was give you the ability to finally have consistent and predictable growth and success, would it be worth it? Again, all you have to do is go to legalfunnel.com to book a call if you haven't already. This is what our class looks like. Quickly, I'm going to go over a couple of more case studies. Crystal Lawson used Legal Funnel to get her calendar fully booked. Donovan Francis used Legal Funnel to have his calendar fully booked a month and a half ahead. I'm just like a little bit breezing through it because I'm going to get to your questions as well. Jana, she came in, she was very busy, and one of her main benefits that she got from the program is she was able to free herself up from her email inbox. That's one of the things that I teach is how to free yourself up from your emails. You don't have to answer your emails. I have 2 email inboxes and I barely answer my emails these days. And there's a lot more of these posts that are made inside our community. You'll be able to, take a look at these. I've done 2 business coaching programs in the past and they were okay, but Sam is literally life-changing. That's posted by Veronica. Most impactful investment I've made in a long time. And I literally have a folder almost of 300 of these screenshots. And again, 140 video testimonials and case studies. And I'm systematically going back and collecting these. And there's a lot more case studies in our book that I'll share with you. However, again, I've been in this program for almost 3 years. The investment to join Legal Funnel increases every time we do Law Firm Mastery. Okay, literally increases. We know the true value of our program. And we continuously are literally increasing. Not only do we increase the value of our program to make sure that we also are providing that value, but the investment also increases over time. And there's been so many situations where people have talked to us and then came back to us a year later and told us, hey, I wish I would have joined a year before. And there's also a huge opportunity cost. These things, you're able to implement it right away because these things, these things are happening. So whether, you don't want your direct competitor basically going and implementing these things, you want to get a head start. So again, just to reiterate, based on a first come basis, is actually the first 20 before Friday, December 16th, qualify for the generous New Year, New You scholarship. There's 20 days, this should say 20, to be applied towards the tuition. And again, an exclusive session to help you create your dream team. All right. So what to do right now? Again, if you haven't already booked a call, go to legalfunnel.com. I'm going to put the link here in the chat. If you haven't already booked a call, go to legalfunnel.com. Or if you've already booked a meeting, all you have to do is just email your legal funnel advisor. Either Amanda, Kalinda, or Melissa are wonderful advisors. Email them, just reach out to them to try to take advantage of that New Year, New You scholarship before December 16th. Or if you haven't booked a call, go to